Hello and welcome back to another episode of Free Dad Raid Shadow Legends free to play for 2024 day 26. So day 25 we got a bunch of silver. Day 26 we're going to get an epic book. Overall pretty good for daily logins. We have been kind of grinding. We got 6 ancient shards. We got them through various tournaments. And then I spent all 500 energy plus everything else that I had for energy with refills, just overall whatever you get on farming the stage 10 because we have the 2 times. So one run, you get 2 times the reward. And we're going to go through, and in today's episode, we're going to pull these 6 shards at the end. Let's go ahead and pull them at the beginning. We'll pull them at the beginning. We're going to look at a gear cleanse. So I just went, farmed everything, didn't worry about what it was. I just keep hitting replay, replay, replay. So I can kind of go through my thought process when it comes to how I clean gear space up, what I look for, what I kind of prioritize with overall gear. So that's going to be one part of the video, and then we're going to try to do a mission burst and kind of talk about like what we're going to do. We're going to try to get all the way to this point today. I don't think I'm going to have the food necessary, depend on the pools, I guess, to get another champion to rank 6. That's going to be a way, but this equipped 3 champions to 6 level 16 artifacts. I only have one currently right now, but I do have a little trick that we're going to go into. So we'll do this one. We'll do the gear cleanse, get the silver to be able to do this trick, and then we'll be able to use this energy to start doing these. And we'll see how far we can get. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do these 6 ancients. We do have this summoning one going on right now, but it takes 25 to do it, and we only got 10 from the last one. Love to do it. Love to get this one. Limited time. Love to get a Tio. Or, yeah, Theodore. Love to get this champion and our freeze champion. Overall, really good epics too. So if we can somehow figure out how to get more, that would be great. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull these 6. Okay, we start with a rare Candle Guard. I think we've had this one before. Okay, we got Meat Carver. All right, I think this one might be used for the Broadmaw fusion. No, maybe not. Okay, definitely not. It kind of looks like Broadmaw, the gator. Uh, so unfortunately, not too lucky. So I think we just got 3 food, which at the end of the day is not too bad, especially where we're going to be stopped on that. We got another rare. I think we've gotten this guy quite a bit, so he seems to be a fan favorite of our free to play account. We do have an epic. Okay, Lordric Falconheart. So he's got a kind of unique kit. So his A1 has a chance for a decreased attack. He removes all debuffs from one ally, then places a 50% ally protection on them for 2 turns. So kind of unique with just removing from one, and then places a shield on all allies for 2 turns equal to 20% of this champion's max HP. So I have used this guy before for clan boss. So he's able to shield the team. You put books into him and you get 20% more shield on there. You can decrease this to a 2 turn cooldown. So you're basically gonna put him every turn. He's gonna be able to almost do a shield, and then this one is going to be used to cleanse a stun, and then kind of ally protect for that next hit going on there. So that way, that stun target, since it's on a 3 turn, if you do a 1-to-1 ratio with him, he's able to do it. It's kind of goofy though because you have to, if I remember right, you had to prioritize this one and you had to time it right with it. So you had to open up with it and you had to delay him. So you'd actually do it right. Because this one's it'll book down to a 2 turn cooldown. So a 2 turn shield is definitely not going to be bad, especially when the Scarab boss comes back up in that rotation. I guarantee he's going to have a better rating for the Scarab boss. I guess it's not even on here. So we'd have a better rating on the Scarab boss. So not too bad, but nobody that we're probably going to put anything into. And then we have another rare. I don't know what this one does. Decreases turn meter. Has a 50% chance of decreasing speed. 75% chance of a stun. So unfortunately, we didn't get anybody who's going to help us, I don't think, with Fire Knight. Maybe the Lodric because of the shield. So overall, uneventful. So let's move into the next one. So this is going to be a gear cleanse. So one of the first things that I always try to do, depending on what level of account you are. So for us, this is going to be for 45 level account, 26 days in. So click on it and you really got to take advantage of these filters. So I filter off of rank and rarity. So I want to make sure that I'm not saving anything that is not rolled or really important. That's a 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. We've just outgrown those on our account so far. So if it's not rolled up, I don't want to probably burn these because they might just be a good piece for like a final, for like a faction war champion at this stage. So I'm going to go ahead and sell those first. And it sounds like the baby's having some good time. So let's go ahead and do the same thing when it comes to the artifacts. And it looks like we don't have any, so that's kind of nice. So let's go back here. And then easy way to get a lot. So you can select these 3 bottom ones. And you don't want to have anything that has a flat stat gear. Which is unfortunate for these because they're higher ones. We were able to do this. You can rework, but I don't know if I want to try to rework because this is what, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got a 5 star. You can get really lucky and get something really good, but these can roll a lot of different stats. And I'd probably like to save my Chaos Ores for something else, since some of these are a little bit lower overall. Some of them are a little bit higher though. Let's go ahead and try it. We'll see what happens. Um, and a flat stat. So unfortunately, the rest of it rolled pretty good. We maybe get a triple roll of speed here and might be able to go on like a speed champion. So let's save this one. This one has speed. We'll do this. This one has speed but it's boots, so we can get a lot better boots. So we're able to quickly kind of sell out some there. And then what I would do is I just kind of go and I go, okay, I have all of these still that are kind of quality. I have this days set, which really isn't that good. So I need something that's going to be beneficial for me. So I have a resistance, not going to be beneficial yet. I have an accuracy with defense, so it might be beneficial. Really like to see an accuracy with speed in this. Let's see what these are. Crit rate and crit damage on these, so those are pretty good. I'm not probably going to use a free set very often, so that'll be a fine one. I'm not going to be using defensive boots, but it does have speed on it, so I can get a triple roll in speed, which might be nice. So we have those. I have to check these ones. We have speed on both of these. We have attack, but not the best rolls otherwise. Let's see, let's start at the beginning. So we have an HP with attack percentage and then crit rate. Not the worst. We've here, not the worst. And we're really just looking at these to say, okay, can you utilize them as a faction war champion? Um, can you not? So we kind of see, I know these are all speed boots. So we have some accuracy with crit or with attack percentage. It's a low roll, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that one. We have a good crit rate one. We have an HP. That won't be bad for a tank. We have a crit rate and low rolls on there, so I'm probably going to have to keep that one just with where I'm at in the game. These will most likely be an all keep anyways, but let's quickly go through them. I'm not going to need a resistance tank, but I like the crit rate and then the HP, so that one might be good. I think it's probably like the hardest part when it comes to like early game because so many of these pieces could be good. And like you might get a champion that you need the gear to actually like throw on them, but you're not gonna have the silver to actually upgrade these early on, which is kind of rough because you're just like, okay, yeah, I'd love to take this one and get an extra 40% crit rate on somebody, but like all these substats are just absolute trash, so it's not even worth trying to upgrade the gear. So let's just go ahead and sell these, and we're going to go into our rings and accessories. There we go. So let's just go, and we're going to go one by one and see what they look like. So we got defense with attack percentage or attack, so we're going to go ahead and sell that. We have attack. Typically, when it comes to these, I sell everything attack because the only person that really needs attack very high on this, outside of the other stats that these can offer as a main stat, is going to be a bomb champion. And we don't have a bomb champion. Um, so we're just not even going to worry about it. And if we do ever get a bomb champion, we can just farm up more. I don't think a bomb champion will be very beneficial to me right now. We have some HP with resistance and attack. That one's not too bad. We have a resistance with a defense and attack, so that one's not too bad. We have this one that's already being rolled up. It's not getting the stats. I guess on one roll it got the stats that I would like. So we have an attack with no attack as a substat. We have HP with attack percentage, HP with HP. Okay, this one's a sell. This one's a sell. Again, attack. This is a really nice one though because it has the chance to counterattack, which would have been great. So we are going to keep it just because it's a 5-star and it's a special one that has a counterattack. So it can be built into any of those Fire Knight teams to try to get some extra hits. And then we have a defense with there. That one's going to sell. We already know what that one is. So that one is a sell because we're trying to match these main stats. And unfortunately, I think a lot of these pieces we're going to have to sell, which kind of sucks, but it is a good way, and we're going to kind of see the silver. So one of the fastest ways to get silver in this is to farm the spider. So to be able to use that 2 times during this time is going to be really beneficial for a lot of people because you can kind of burst up on silver and then you're able to get some hopefully good accessories for your champions, which is just going to rank up your account even more. Let's see, an HP with attack, no thanks. Not getting very good banners in a lot of these. HP, defense, HP, defense, HP, defense, defense. It is a low roll though. We do have the same, and we have some HP, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. This one's a counter attack again, and it's the attack, which kind of sucks, but we're going to go ahead and keep it. What was this one? Yeah, we forgot that one. A crit damage, so I think that's the first crit damage we've seen. So that's pretty good. That one's really good. That one won't be bad. That's a sell. Accuracy with attack and speed, so that's our best banner so far. That's a good one. That's no thanks. We already know that one's decent. Let's go ahead and sell that one. Let's sell. We're already at 1.4 million just about with silver. So that is at least positive. If there is something positive to kind of take away from this. So we got defense, HP, and another attack. As these necklaces, they can only have attack, defense, crit rate, and HP as main stats. So the fact that we got so many of these attack ones is kind of surprising and shocking. That one's not bad. Attack with HP, that's not too bad. Look at these and the lizard hitting it right. Now we just need a lizardman that's actually can do something. I don't know if gators are boys. Gator's probably not going to be someone that we're going to be able to or want to even ascend to be able to get him one of these. Now, I know what you're probably saying when it comes to some of these that, like those rings that have the HP and then they have a defense. You're thinking, oh, that's both defensive stats. Why would you not want that? I'll never use it for like the silver to actually upgrade it in this point with the limited amount of silver that we do have. I would never upgrade it. So I don't want to be tempted, I guess, either to upgrade it. So that's why I'm just going to go ahead and sell it. Even for a faction war champion, you'd really need to upgrade it a couple to be able to make it worth anything. And it's just not something that we want to do, especially as a free to play with how hard silver is to come by. Even to take it up to level 8 is a little bit rough. And then you're going to see with the hack that we're about ready to do, um, to get that mission, that's going to cost us most of the silver probably that we're working on right now. But it's an easier way to get there versus trying to upgrade just the specific pieces that they need to upgrade. This kid is absolutely wild today. She just had a poop. I don't know if I can say poop on YouTube, but I said it there twice. So she just had one. So she's fully wide awake, ready to go, ready to conquer the day. So we get 2.4 million just about, with 67 out of roughly, I want to say 700 and some energy that we used. So next I kind of want to go through the tricks. So we have these gears here. We need to get 6 pieces on their champions. So let's go back. We'll find so equip 3 champions with 6 level 16 artifacts. So it's only artifacts, it's not accessories. So this row is all artifact, this is accessories. So you can't do like a mix and match, unfortunately. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to filter out, and we're just gonna try to find. So we're gonna do this with, we already got Kel, so we know we can't touch Kel. And then she already has 416. So we're going to do it with her. Hopefully we can find these 2 other ones. And then we'll do it with the Monkey King. So all we're going to do is we're going to filter, go in the fitting room, and we're going to try to find 2 level 16s. Don't care what they are. Don't care how roll or how high. We just know we cannot take from Demitha. And we cannot take from, who's our other guy? Kill. So we got some boots that we can just quickly use, and we're just gonna see, hey, can we actually make this happen? So here's this one. So that was great. And then we know that for Demitha, she only needs a weapon and she only needs a helmet. So let's see if we have those level 16s here. We have one here, but they're in Kale, so that's not going to work. I don't know if I've upgraded any pieces. So we have a couple 15s that we can probably just upgrade one. And we have a helmet here. So unless we can find a weapon that's already 16, we're going to have to try to, hopefully we got enough silver for that one level. So I think that's what's going to happen. Let's make sure I am putting this gear back on them. So I'm going to take a screenshot here. I'm not going to take a screenshot. Let's see. Does this work? There we go. So I want to make sure I'm getting the right gear back on the right people. So it costs 200,000 to switch this one. So now we have 2 champions, and then let's go ahead and filter these out again. So it was fitting room equipped. Where are we at? We're down here. We had this helmet. Which one is going to be better to upgrade? Probably this one. So we upgrade and we spent 52, so not bad, not bad. She's excited about it. So let's go ahead and take another screenshot of this gear so we can get this back on, and then we'll go ahead and hit equipped. And it's really important, you want to go ahead and claim your mission first, and then we'll go back in and we'll try to remember who we stole from so we can get those gear pieces back on them. So he had let's see, you had a toxic one, and then for the boots, you had, I want to say these, is that speed? Other speed. I probably should have done the better thing and screenshotted what they were wearing before. So we got that back, and then we took this one. It was a accuracy, and then we went to Jamarsa and we took her boots, which they were a speed boots. Okay, so we got that one built back out, and now we're going to go back here, and we got these 2 pieces up top. and both of them were in this set. Gonna spend some more silver, and then we took them one from him. So we had Relentless at a 16. Where did this piece come from? Wonder why I didn't just use this. Oh, that's what we just took from him. Okay, so we did use it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and equip this one back on. So this is great. Did we actually get a... We did get one for him, so let's just throw that on. We would have liked it to be defense. Let's see if we got anything else for anybody that's going to be useful. Did we get a crit damage? We did not. Let's compare banners, a resistance with HP. We like the speed instead, so we got a banner. No. We're looking for crit damage. Did not get a crit damage one. We're going to upgrade this hopefully. So we got a defense with HP, and we got a defense with attack. So let's go ahead and choose this one. Let's just throw some levels into this. Double HP, that's great. More survivability for her. And then we're looking for a better roll on defense. And we got crit damage. So not the best there, but we got HP and crit damage on both. This is a lot lower on defense. So let's go ahead and just throw one on. We're not ready to upgrade him, so we do have attack and attack. I think she wants to be part of the video. So we have an attack for Gorgoron. Defense is going to be a lot better with HP accuracy. So it looks like this one's going to be our best option. What is the ring? The ring is attack, so we don't have any other ones for the ring. We already went through his. Blue Man, we got defense. That one's fine. Don't really use her, so this looks like it's going to be good there. So let's go ahead. We'll see if we got anything lucky at the merchant. We did not. So we're going to go ahead and try to do this. Win 15. Ooh, 15 of them on stage 13 or higher. I think we just do 13. Let's try 14. We're going to do it with this team, with our CC. I think he just going to hit too hard to trigger. And if this doesn't work, we're going to try to throw in our Gorgorad here in place of him to see if these two can kind of just take the waves. He has kind of the weak affinity, so I'm going to let this run through. If it does work, then I'm going to be farming this. And it sounds like maybe I'm going to be feeding little one a bottle too, because I think she might be a little hungry. Might put her down for a little nap too. So I will check back in when we do get done with this mission. All right, so we are back just for a short time. Been kind of going through farming, letting it do its thing while it goes. I found there is a new promo code. It's more gifts. Is this one to type? There we go. More gifts. So we got some brews, some multi-battle, and some silver. Can't go bad with those. The multi-battles will especially help with others. This 15 on these are just, it's very time consuming. So what I've done on level 13, lower chance, obviously 12 or 14 lower chance, that's where we were kind of going. I think it was around 10 of these, and I got one 5 or 6 star piece. And I was like, well, that's not going to work. So I tried to manual this one. Force Affinity is bad for the kill. We really want to try to get poisons for this. And my goal was just to get to stage 16. Typically it goes like 8, I think 12 or 13, 16, then 20 for like better type of gear. So plus it's void, and then I put this team together and I did some presets basically to make sure like these two aren't doing their big AoEs to trigger his passive ability where like the side ants are up. And now we have this lovely little auto farm thing. So it looks like we need 5 more left. So we can just kind of let this go through with the multi-battles and hopefully be able to get the other ones, and we'll be able to save a couple of those multi-battles for, I think I saw the We need to do some arcane potions farming. But the team basically works as Kale and Sun Wukong doing the damage, and then we have three support champions. Now, I really like Kale in this team because he does his poisons, and then Sun Wukong's really unique in this team because he also does poisons because of the toxic set. So you can see there, like he hit. We got a bunch of poisons that laid out from there. So those ticks are what really helps take down that ice golem quickly. And those chunks of damage don't actually trigger his passive. The only thing that I'm not liking about this team when it comes to the waves is for some odd reason, the Jamarsa seems to be the target on the wave. So sometimes she does die. Here, it's not as big of a deal. She never seems to be the target at first. It's just this one right over here does that heal reduction. So it kind of throws it off. So if people do start dying, if like we get a bad timed heal and nobody gets revived off of there, but if people do start dying, it makes it really hard to like heal them back up because we don't have anybody that removes buffs in this team. We have somebody that can reduce a turn of the debuffs, but no one's actually going through and removing them. I thought about trying to get somebody that would do that, or maybe put a shield. We did just get Lodric Falconheart. That's a shield champion. So thought about maybe doing that, but I would have to do way too much champion training to be able to get him up to that point. And so here it does fail sometimes at this point if we do too much damage and trigger after he hits us one of those times. So he has his normal turn meter that'll go ahead and trigger, but then he also gets his excessive turn meter where he goes instantly if you trigger too much damage. And like you saw, we only triggered it 0 times because each of those thresholds poisons tick down. So where it does fail sometimes is because of the heal reduction that gets put on there. If for whatever reason it does feel like it's only 14 energy and we're going to have a better chance of doing this stage over and over again to be able to get those higher star level pieces. And it's not too slow by any means. I don't think Fire Knight's really something, or not Fire Knight. I don't think the Ice Golem's really something that you can farm really fast. We did 5-star our Corn in the Blue because I was like, okay, if I can just CC everybody from like the waves and then go ahead and CC the side ants, it's going to go a lot faster and we won't have to worry about that decreased defense that one does and then the heal reduction that the other one does. But I couldn't keep him alive. He just doesn't have the gear right now for it and or the level. I don't have enough silver to actually upgrade him. So I chose to upgrade a couple of the pieces to get some more defense and HP and our two revivers. And now it looks like little kiddo's waking up. So I'm going to let this farm and then I will pop back in after I got her fed and after this mission is complete. All right, we are back. We did get the 15 5-star and 6-star artifacts. We got some good, what would it be, the free refresh gear out of this. So I think it's good. So we got earned 3 stars. So we got some speed. I want to see what we just got for speed because I've been trying to upgrade. Is it him? No. Who was it? Trying to think who it was. I've been trying to upgrade one of these pieces from a speed perspective, but I don't remember who it was, or maybe I already upgraded it. Might have already upgraded it. So let's see what speed ones we got. We got a attack defense, so that's gonna be a sell for us. Then we got a flat stat. Dang, I was really hoping some of those would be some speed substats. So we got some unlocks of mastery, so we got some more energy, which is going to be good for us to do this one. So it's win 5 superior arcane potions from stage 13 or higher on the arcane keep. Our next one looks like we're going to have a little stopping point is get 3 rank 6 champions. And then we'll be on to dragon, which will be pretty quick, and then magic. So let's see. Is the magic keep open today? It's not open until Wednesday, so that's going to be kind of our timeline. We need to get at least stage 13, so I want to see where we're at on stage 15. So I'm going to try to throw this in with a little bit of farming food. So our goal is to get five-star chickens essentially to get to that point. So we can have a level up chicken here. I think this champion turns into a chicken for me. There's just nothing I feel like they're going to bring for a lot of the game. And we're really just trying to build out a good roster. Maybe Faction Wars, so might not feed them yet, but we'll kind of see where this goes. I do need to go ahead and get some more champions so we can start doing some food. And the nice part is we do have the 194 or now 184 of these. So we can just go ahead and pull a couple of these. Sometimes this does give you some rares, which is really nice, but this time it's not going to. And something else that's really nice when we are doing this, we're leveling them up, which they have those Titan events going on right now. And you can get points for leveling and then pulling these. So let's go ahead. We can pull these and we'll collect this. So it's 100. So it should be okay. So it's per whatever ones. It is our boy. We don't care about him. So we're just going to sell this. Let's go ahead and collect that. That really doesn't do anything for us, but we have been getting enough of these points during tournaments to get one more. So let's go ahead and hope for a Kale or Monkey King. Ooh, she is really good if we ever do get her. She has an AoE sleep, and then she also has a speed aura, and then she has a sleep on your champion that can heal and increase the turn meter. So if we are able to get her eventually someday, she can actually solo a lot of content because she's going to be able to heal herself, CC the opponents, and if you put her in something like a toxic set, she would be a great answer for the Ice Golem. We just have to get her fast enough that way she can sleep repeatedly over and over again those side ants, and then she essentially just attacks the main boss and then just barely does any damage to him to get poisons ticking every single time. But I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit. I'd really like to get some more rare champions, make this a little bit easier. And we do have a nice little chunk of silver, so I don't mind throwing this in and kind of upgrading some of these while we're at it. If I am looking for certain rare champions, they're going to be Apothecary, would be absolutely huge. I still think a Frozen Banshee on this account would be really, really big. Who else would be really big? I know there's got to be a couple that are non-void. So, like, obviously, there's some void ones, such as like a Painkeeper would be absolutely huge. She's going to make the Demythic comp so much better. Then we have, because I think he would be able to take Seeker's spot, maybe. Since we already do have him, there's an opportunity there. I know this Comet champion is actually a pretty good farmer, but I don't want to waste my time. I think maybe just trying to upgrade one of those, as you probably need them like 6-starred. You'd need some good gear in there for that champion. But let's go ahead and upgrade these. I didn't think this one was very good, so we are going to feed him even with like faction wars going on. So let's go ahead and do just a couple more of these. I don't want to use too many of them because we do need them for things like missions, but I kind of want to go until I get a rare, just because I say we can get a rare, so I'm going to keep going until we get a rare. And it's just those extra points during these. You might be able to just kind of go through a lot of your mystery shards. I think I have like 4,000 on the main account, which is not high compared to a lot of other people that I've seen with them. Like people have way more than that sometimes. So it's not too impressive, but you never know what these are going to give you from a free to play perspective. And there's not much reason for us to hoard these right now because we really need those champions. So with Apothecary, one, we already have a soul for him. So we'll be able to get upgraded faster. And then with that soul, we can do something like a Phantom Touch. So it's going to give an extra hit or a chance, I think, at an extra hit. So that's going to be able to help take down the Fire Knight's shield a lot faster. which will be super, super big for us because that's going to be our next point that we're just not going to be able to do is just going to be the Fire Knight, just because we're either low on hits or speed has been a big issue, which he solves that too for us. So his A3 doesn't increase speed, which arguably that's what we need. So he's going to put increased speed, and then he has the ability to spot heal, which is unique about his spot healing. So he'll select the target, what I mean by spot heal, and he'll be able to do a crit on it. So there's a chance that you might get a even bigger heal than what you would have originally done. So what do we got? 1, 2 so far. So you can't complain about that. Early game, I definitely do think he's like a legendary and a rare skin. This champion's really good for Spider as well. Not sure if I will keep a copy of her or not. Probably not, just because we're hopefully going to be able to get an AoE burner in the future. But let me go ahead and just kind of finish feeding these, and then we'll do our last couple of them. Really need 2 more spots for another one. Just not getting a rare, are we? But that's okay. We play a game of RNG, so that does do a lot of luck on there. So we're kind of expected not to be very lucky sometimes. So that is okay. And it looks like we've reached our limit on silver. So let's see if we were able to get to anything. So it's Monsters Path. We got 1500. I'm kind of going on this side. I think these are going to be really good for me just to upgrade champions. But I'm really trying to get to this over here. I just think these are going to be good if we do have those, because it takes like 4 to get 1 ascension, I think, on a epic. So I think if we can try to get some of these with some Fantite touches on the triple hitters, I think that's going to be just great for the account. So we got 1,000, so getting closer. You can only do upgrading champions and soul stones. So thankfully we do need to upgrade champions. So that's going to be really nice. But let's go ahead and we're going to 13 on the stage. That's not the right area. So we're going here and at least stage 13, but we're going to try to do 12. Let's go ahead and throw in a food champion. So we do need to take a couple of these 4 stars up to 6. So this doesn't give us much experience. So let's just do it at a lower level. And we're going to see, this should be able to farm it pretty easy, I think, because we have the core makeup is what I tried to have here. Might have to switch in the Demitha. I think she's just one of my better built champions. But I do think with our 2 damage dealers going on and then 2 revivers / healers, as long as they're not wasting the revive on our food champion, this should go off pretty effortlessly. The waves aren't doing too much damage. That stun, a little irritating, but I think this champion up here, the one that just died, has a chance to put a counter attack, which can be kind of irritating, but thankfully for us, Sun Wukong can strip it. So it looks like he hits pretty hard. It'd be nice to get somebody that does like an increased defense and also heals us. We have our Doom Screech that does increased defense and a turn meter, which is nice, but he doesn't heal us. So now we really just need Kale to get some War Master procs to be able to survive. Did not work, so we might not be able to just 4-man team this. How is my Doom Screech actually built? So we have got a shield on this champion, so not as good. So we got fill turn meter and then places a increased defense on a 3-turn cooldown. And then can put that. So let's go ahead. We're going to try and just put Doom Screech in there for some levels. I think he will be more beneficial on a couple teams, and we'll be able to kind of easily bust this down. We could do it with our Archmaid or Armiger to kind of get some levels, but I don't think he really brings any support for us, which I think this one is just, hey, let's do our 3 support. We do want to try to go higher because we do need the 5 of the higher potion to go with. So first wave looking good. did die in the second wave, but he got revived, and he died again. So let's see if he's going to get up. I don't know what gear is actually on him. I do know we just spent all of our silver trying to upgrade champions, so that might not be an option. I just think he needs to get a turn while he's alive, and that would work so much better. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think we might just have to put in our Jamarsa, or put in our Demitha, and kind of see what happens there. So we did get everybody down. She has a very long cooldown. Yep, and he's not going to heal fast enough to get to there. So an effort not to waste any more silver. Let's just go ahead. We'll throw in our girl. We got HP 15% in all battles. Defense by 20. It would be nice to have the attack in here. I wonder if we're able just to kind of blow through it with this attack and maybe change out him. So let's try this. This could hopefully speed stuff up. So we got attack in all dungeons. This does count as a dungeon. So let's see where this goes. Hopefully, between the two of them, they should be okay. So then we got 3 damage dealers to kind of bust through. For whatever reason, oh, we didn't get our increased attack and turn meter. That's why the first wave didn't go as good as the other times. But that shouldn't be an issue. We're really just looking to take down that boss. Nobody's dying, which is great. We really would have loved to say that for our next turn, but I want to make sure this works on full auto. So I can just turn it on full auto, let it do its thing, and then go from there. I have been looking at more streaming stuff for streaming different video games. We do know that Pal World on Xbox Game Pass is going to be the first one that we do. Nice part is you can do cloud streaming. So that's going to be how we're going to be actually doing it from our computer. I don't know of a way that you can actually stream from the Xbox onto YouTube. So been kind of looking to see if we can, because I also play Diablo. I like to stream Diablo sometimes when the new seasons come out just to see what's going on with it. This is a very time consuming game, so I don't get to play it as much as other people would. So it'd be kind of early stuff where we just figure out kind of what's going on. Okay, so this team looks like it's gonna be pretty good. I don't know if it was the addition of Demitha or not, but it got the job done. So let's just throw, what do we want? Do we want 10? Yeah, let's just throw 10 in here. But what I was saying before is there's other companies out there you can do streaming. Obviously, YouTube you can stream on, which you guys are watching this on now. Then there's going to be companies like Twitch and Kick. I just found about. Actually, I have a coworker where I work that has a gaming organization that does like competitive gaming. Looks like a lot of like Overwatch and just some more shoot 'em up type games. Nothing my skill level would be able to handle for sure. Age has made my reflexes a little bit slower, and then just not being able to play them. That's why obviously this game I'm not bad at, because it's more about strategic thinking and not like quick shooting and being able to like quickly respond with your reflexes. I'm sure the more repetition you do with a lot of things, the better at you're going to be. But I don't have the time to do a lot of that repetition. But I still might jump on and play it just for fun. I don't know how many shoot 'em up type games are going to be on the Xbox Game Pass, but if there's any on there, I do have it now technically for free, I think, until July something, because I got it for Christmas. So that's always could be nice. But I'll be looking more into Kick to see if they have a better revenue sharing, it sounds like. So I'll be looking more into Kick to see if we can stream that directly from the Xbox. If that's so, I'll just have to figure out a way to record it also, because I'd love to post on Facebook the recordings to make sure I don't limit anybody that, hey, you have to have a Kick account, hey, you have to have this. And plus, you can kind of post stuff for like archive type afterwards. But that's kind of what I'm doing today. I do have my streaming, what is it, probation? I don't, when you first start and you want to stream, you have to like upload your ID or like do a picture video type thing of your face and kind of verify you're a real person. I just was do one of them, and now I'm waiting. I got approved, and then there's like a little waiting period. You had to wait 24 hours before you requested your first stream, which I didn't realize it was requested your first stream. So I went and got it approved, and then that would have been what, 2 days ago now. Got it approved, and so I went last night to jump on to try to see if I can figure out how streaming actually works on YouTube because I've never done it before, and it said, hey, you got to wait 24 hours before your first stream is requested to actually do it. So it'll be later tonight where I'm going to go ahead and test it. Um, but I don't know how much of that's going to matter if I can get the Kick thing up and running. I think you can stream on two at once. I think it's just like a Restream.io type website, um, but not 100% sure. So that is something I'll try to look into just in case people like the streaming from YouTube more. I will definitely only, if I do stream Raid, it's only going to be from YouTube. On my main account, I've been slowly building out the Blade Master, and I think I'm going to put him in a Hydra team for like an easy or normal difficulty. I know a lot of other content creators have put in like higher difficulties, which is great, but not everybody can do the rest of the stats for the supporting champions. So I'm curious to see how he does in like normal and easy difficulty to see if he's going to be impactful for your team or if he's just going to be kind of there and you'd have a better luck of just putting somebody in like an HP burner um, with a bunch of supports. So once I get masteries on that champion, I'll try to do a little video. I don't know if it'll be a live stream video and then just post it afterwards, where we'll be able to kind of talk about his kit, more of a champion type review on the main account. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be it. This will probably be it for today's video. I'm just gonna go ahead and farm this, and then we're gonna be stuck on the 6-star champion, which will be on there for a couple days. I'm really hoping to get it done by Wednesday, which is 2 days for me. So if I can get it done Wednesday, and then the Magic Keep is open, so we can kind of keep progressing along there. But I'll basically just be pulling those mystery shards and then going back into campaign and just farming up those champions to get all of our food ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. If you did like it, go ahead and like the video if you want to see a little bit different, or if you have thoughts on Kick, Twitch, or YouTube streaming, feel free to leave a comment, and we will catch you in the next one.